බොහොම ස්තුතියි විජිත හේරත් සහෝදරයා කිව් පරිදි අපි ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම පහුගිය දින කීපය තුලම උත්සාහ කරේ සියලු දෙනාගේම එකඟතාවය මත මේ වෙලාවේ මේ රටේ පැන නැගී ඇති අර්බුදය වෙනුවෙන් එකඟතාවයක් තුල පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ සියලු දෙනාටම පිළිගන්න පුළුවන් නායකත්වයක් ජනාධිපති හැටියට යෝජනා කිරීම තුලින් යම්කිසි විදියකට මේ මොහොතේ පැන නැගී තියෙන අර්බුදයට විසඳුමක් ලෙස අපි ඒක තමයි යෝජනා කරේ. ඒ සඳහා සියලු පක්ෂ සමග අපි දීර්ඝ වශයෙන් සාකච්ඡා කරා. අපි ඒ වෙනුවෙන් පෙනී හිටියා. විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ වෙලාවේ අපි දන්නවා ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ ජනාධිපතිට හිටපු ජනාධිපතිට යන්න සිද්ධ වුණේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුවෙන් පිට ජනතාව තුළ ඇතිවෙච්ච විශාල නැගිටීම හරහා ඒ අරගලය හරහා තමයි අද මේ තත්ත්වය ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා රටේ ජනතාව විශාල බලාපොරොත්තු සහිතව මේ මොහොතේ ඉන්නේ. ඔවුන් මාස ගාණක් තිස්සේ කරපු මේ අරගලය තුල මේ රටේ මේ මොහොතේ තියෙන ආර්ථික අර්බුද වලට විසඳුම් හොයනවා වගේම අත වශයෙන්ම දීර්ඝකාලීනව දේශපාලන පරිවර්තනයකුත් ඔවුන් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. විශේෂයෙන්ම රාජපක්ෂ පවුල විසින් නියෝජනය වෙච්ච ඒ දූෂිත ප්‍රචණ්ඩ දේශපාලන සංස්කෘතිය වෙනස් කිරීමේ අවශ්‍යතාවය ඔවුන්ගෙන් ඉතා තදින් මේ වෙනකොට ජනතාව තුලින් ඉදිරිපත් වෙන දෙයක්. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා ඒ වෙනුවෙන් පාර්ලිමේන්තුව කියන්නේම ජනතා නියෝජිතයන්. ඒ ජනතා නියෝජිතයන් මේ පිටින් එන මේ අරගලේ ඉල්ලීම් සහ මේ බලාපොරොත්තු වලට සංවේදී විය යුතුයි කියන විශ්වාසයත් අපි තුල තියෙනවා. නමුත් අපිට ඒ එකඟතාවය ලබා ගන්න බැරි වුණ නිසාම තමයි අපි තීරණයක් ගත්තේ අපේ පක්ෂයේ නායක අනුර කුමාර සහෝදරයාව අනුර කුමාර දිසානායක සහෝදරයාව අපි 19 වෙනිදා අපිත් ඒ නාම යෝජනාවට අපි ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා කියන එක විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ වෙලාවේ රට තුල ඇති වෙලා තියෙන ඒ ජනතාව තුලින් ඇති වෙලා තියෙන ඒ බලාපොරොත්තු අපි හිතන්නේ ජාතික ජන බලවේගය වන අපිත් විශේෂයෙන් අනුර කුමාර සහෝදරයාටත් නියෝජනය කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන විශ්වාසයත් එක්ක තමයි අපි මේකට ඉදිරිපත් වෙන්නේ. මම ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් පොඩි වචන කීපයක් කියන්නම්. For the last several days, the National People's Power, the NPP, has been engaging in discussions with all the different political parties represented in Parliament in order to achieve some kind of consensus as to who should contest for the absence that has been created by the resignation of Gotabaya Rajapaksa. We know that we have come to this situation through a intense people's movement, a people's struggle that has been taking place over several months. People have sacrificed their lives, their time, their energy in order to come to this position because of there are two very clear aspirations of the people at this moment. One is to immediately address some of the critical economic problems that are impacting on people's daily lives. But also people are expecting a radical transformation of the political culture. I think in the last several months we have all experienced the toxicity of the executive presidency. We saw the damage that it can do. At this moment in time, we also see that within the people, within the citizens of this country, there's a huge demand for political reform, for greater democratization. So with keeping those objectives in mind, keeping those aspirations, the people's aspirations in mind, the NPP tried very hard to come to a consensus with all the other political parties to put forward a candidate. Our suggestion was the Speaker of the Parliament to contest for the vacancy that will be filled through an election in Parliament on the 20th of this month, and to form an interim government, a short-term interim government, during which time some of these critical issues could be addressed. And then, because we also feel that this Parliament also has lost its mandate, lost its legitimacy, to call for a parliamentary election as soon as possible. This was our plan and our proposal to the other parties in Parliament as well. However, now it seems that this consensus is no longer a realistic proposal, because by yesterday the SLPP had announced that they were putting forward Ranil Wickremesinghe as their candidate. Dallas Alahaperuma has also indicated that he will also contest. Dallas Alahaperuma is also a member of the SLPP, but he has also indicated his willingness to contest. So the opposition leader, Sajith Premadasa, has also indicated that he will contest. So in this context, this consensus is no longer practical. So in this situation, in this context, as the NPP, we feel that it is important, even though we are a minority in the parliament, that there is still a candidate that can represent and reflect the demands and the aspirations that are being made through the Yaragalaya, through the people's movement. Therefore, we have decided that we will nominate our leader, Andrakumara Disanayaka, to contest on the 20th for this election, which will be voted upon by the parliamentarians in order to fill the vacancy created by Gotabaya Rajapaksa's resignation. The main reason for this is that we feel that that our party and our leader represents many of the aspirations and in fact the spirit of the people's movement that has been taking place in our country for so long. On the 11th of May, we put forward a series of proposals, including outlining what an interim administration could do and what an interim administration should do. This included an abolition of the executive presidency, a caretaker government that could address the immediate issues, economic issues of the people, and also to transition to a fresh election, a parliamentary election, as soon as possible. Since the 11th of May, we have also been engaging in discussions with several civil society organizations, professional bodies, with representatives from the Yaragalaya, and many of the proposals that we have put forward, that we put forward on the 11th of May, including a People's Council that represents people who have been part of the movement so far as an advisory body to the interim government. Many of these proposals that we put forward also are reflected in the proposals that have been put forward by civil society organizations and representatives of the Yaragalaya. So in order so that we can further push for that agenda and within Parliament, so that we can represent those concerns in this parliamentary space and also at the election, it is for those reasons that we have decided that the leader of our party, Andrakumara Disanayaka, will also contest on the 20th of July. We will be nominating him on the 19th of July. Thank you very much.